Salmon is one of the most valuable fish species, commonly caught in the cold seas of the North Atlantic and North Pacific. The process of catching salmon at sea requires high expertise, using many different methods depending on natural conditions and the scale of exploitation. In particular, fishermen often apply the fishing methods of purse seine, gill net, hand line and rig fishing to effectively harvest salmon. The purse seine method is one of the popular techniques and brings high yields. Fishermen use a large net to surround the salmon school, then gradually retract it to gather the fish inside. When the net is pulled up, the salmon will be trapped in the narrow water area and easily brought onto the boat. This technique is often applied in coastal waters where salmon gather in large schools. Another method is gill net, in which the net is let drift with the current and the salmon are caught in the net as they swim past. Gill nets are often used in deep sea areas where salmon migrate in large numbers. In addition, handline and rig fishing techniques are also applied to selectively catch salmon, ensuring better meat quality. When using handline, fishermen drop fishing lines with live bait or artificial bait into the sea. Thanks to the sensitivity of the salmon that they are hooked. The rig fishing method is similar but uses a long line system with many hooks, helping to harvest more fish in one catch. However, handline and rig fishing are often more time-consuming and labor-intensive than purse seine or gill nets. In order to protect salmon resources, many countries have issued strict regulations on fishing, including limiting the number of fishing vessels, regulating the size of salmon allowed to be caught and banning fishing during the spawning season. In addition, salmon fishing methods are also increasingly improved towards sustainability. Helping to minimize the impact on the marine environment and ensure long-term fishery resources. Thanks to the development of technology and awareness of ecosystem protection, the salmon fishing industry at sea not only brings economic value but also aims for sustainable development in the future. Salmon is one of the fish species with high economic value, commonly exploited in the cold seas of the North Atlantic and North Pacific. Fishing for salmon at sea requires careful preparation, from determining the location of the fish school, choosing the appropriate fishing method to harvesting and preservation. Normally, fishermen use many different methods depending on the environmental conditions and living characteristics of this fish species, the most common of which are purse seine, gill net, handline and rig fishing. Purse net is an effective technique often used to catch salmon in shallow waters near the shore. Fishermen use a large net to surround the school of fish. Then gradually pull the net to narrow the space, causing the salmon to be gathered and easily brought onto the boat. This fishing method helps to capture large quantities in a short time but requires close coordination between crew members to prevent the net from tearing or fish from escaping. Another widely used method is the gill net, in which the net is let drift with the current. Salmon accidentally swim into it and get caught in the mesh. The gill net is especially suitable for catching salmon migrating on fixed routes in the middle of the ocean. In addition to the net method, fishermen also use handline or rig line techniques to catch salmon with higher quality. Handline is a manual method in which fishermen drop fishing lines with live or artificial bait into the sea, taking advantage of the salmon's hunting habits to harvest them one by one. Rigline is a more modern variation in which multiple hooks are attached to a long line system. Helping to increase the catch while ensuring that the salmon are not damaged much during the harvesting process. However, these methods often take more time and effort, and are only suitable for fishermen who want to exploit high-quality salmon for high-end consumption markets. In addition to catching, the stage of preserving salmon right on board also plays an important role in maintaining product quality. After being brought on board, salmon is often cleaned and stored in cold storage or immediately iced to maintain freshness. Some large fishing vessels are also equipped with quick freezing systems to ensure that the fish maintain their quality throughout the long fishing journey. Due to the increasing demand for salmon, many countries have issued strict regulations on catch volumes, minimum sizes of salmon allowed to be exploited, and fishing bans during the spawning season to protect aquatic resources. Some fishermen have also switched to raising salmon in sea cages instead of wild fishing to reduce pressure on the ecosystem. Thanks to these measures, the marine salmon fishing industry not only brings economic benefits but also aims for sustainable development, ensuring a stable supply for the future. In addition to traditional fishing methods, modern technology is also applied today to improve the efficiency of salmon fishing at sea. GPS and sonar positioning systems help fishermen accurately determine the location of fish schools, thereby optimizing the fishing process without spending too much time searching. Modern nets are also designed to be smarter, capable of classifying fish based on size to ensure that only qualified salmon are retained, while other fish or juvenile salmon can escape, helping to maintain balance in the marine ecosystem. In addition, some industrial salmon fishing vessels are also equipped with an automation system in the process of net collection and fish processing right on board. Conveyor belt systems and sorting machines help reduce the labor of fishermen, while ensuring that salmon is processed quickly, limiting damage and maintaining the quality of the meat. Quick freezing methods on board are also becoming more advanced, helping salmon to retain its original freshness after being caught, meeting the strict requirements of the export market. However, salmon fishing at sea also faces many challenges, especially the problem of climate change and the decline in the number of wild salmon. Rising sea temperatures and changing ocean currents can affect the migration of salmon, making fishing more difficult. In addition, overfishing in some areas has seriously depleted salmon stocks, forcing governments to adopt stricter management measures. Some regions have set catch quotas, require fishing vessels to be licensed, and implement strict monitoring procedures to protect fish stocks. To address this, many organizations and scientists are researching more sustainable methods of catching salmon. such as using nets with appropriate mesh sizes to minimize the capture of juveniles, or applying selective fishing technologies to avoid harming the marine environment. Some countries are also promoting the development of salmon farming in sea cages with strict control procedures, both to meet consumption demand and to reduce pressure on wild salmon stocks. Despite many challenges, the marine salmon fishery still plays an important role in the economies of many countries, especially those with long coastlines and climates suitable for the development of this fish species. Thanks to improvements in fishing techniques, preservation technologies and sustainable management measures, the salmon fishing industry not only brings economic benefits but also contributes to environmental protection. Ensuring marine resources for future generations. In addition to technical and technological factors, weather conditions and the marine environment also play an important role in salmon fishing. Salmon often migrate seasonally, mainly in spring and autumn, when they move from the ocean to the rivers to spawn. This is the time when fishermen concentrate on catching salmon because the quantity is large and the meat quality is best. However, going out to sea to fish in harsh conditions, especially in cold seas such as the North Atlantic and North Pacific, always has many potential risks. Strong winds, large waves and icebergs can be dangerous for fishing vessels, requiring careful preparation and extensive experience from fishermen. One of the key factors for effective salmon fishing at sea is the coordination between fishermen and scientists. Many research programs have been implemented to monitor salmon populations. Study migration habits, sea temperature and ecosystem changes to help fishermen identify areas with high salmon yields while ensuring sustainable fishing. Some satellite monitoring systems and underwater sensors are also applied to collect data on salmon distribution in real time, helping to optimize fishing vessels' journeys and minimize fuel waste in the process of searching for fish schools. In addition, to protect salmon resources, many countries have applied models of sustainable marine resource management. For example, some areas have established salmon fishing bans during certain times of the year to ensure that salmon have enough time and space to spawn. In addition, some organizations also promote the granting of sustainable fishing certification, such as MSC, Marine Stewardship Council certification, to fishing vessels that comply with marine environmental protection standards. Helping salmon products have higher value in the international market. Along with the development of the salmon fishing industry, the salmon processing and export industry is also expanding. After being caught, salmon is often processed on board or at coastal factories to ensure freshness. Salmon products range from fresh salmon, salmon fillets, smoked salmon to canned products exported to many countries around the world. In particular, large markets such as Japan, the US, Europe and China have a very high demand for salmon, contributing to the development of the salmon fishing and farming industry. However, in addition to economic benefits, salmon exploitation at sea still poses many challenges in terms of environmental protection and aquatic resources. Without proper management measures, overfishing can reduce the number of wild salmon, affecting the marine ecosystem. Therefore, the current trend is to combine wild salmon exploitation with the development of sustainable salmon farming models to ensure stable supply and demand, while minimizing negative impacts on the environment. In general, the marine salmon fishing industry is an important field, requiring a combination of traditional experience, modern technology and sustainable management measures. Despite many challenges, with the development of science and increasing awareness of environmental protection, the salmon fishing industry continues to play an important role in the global economy, providing a nutritious food source for people and creating jobs for millions of workers around the world. In addition to technical and environmental factors, economic factors and management policies of each country also have a great influence on salmon fishing activities at sea. Countries with developed salmon fishing industries such as Norway, Canada, the United States, Russia and Japan often have strict management systems to balance economic benefits and protect aquatic resources. These policies include granting fishing quotas, requiring fishing vessels to register and comply with regulations on net size, permitted salmon size, as well as fishing bans during the spawning season. These measures help control catches, avoid overexploitation of natural salmon resources, and ensure that salmon quality meets the highest standards before reaching consumers. In addition, the cost of operating fishing vessels, fuel, labor and equipment are also important factors determining the economic efficiency of salmon fishing activities. Larger, technologically advanced fishing vessels can stay at sea for longer periods and catch larger volumes, reducing the cost per unit of salmon harvested. In contrast, smaller fishing vessels often struggle to compete with large-scale fishing corporations. To address this, many countries have supported fishermen through fuel subsidies, technical training, and preferential loans to invest in upgrading fishing equipment. A notable trend in the salmon fishing industry today is the development of cooperatives and sustainable supply chains. Many fishermen have joined together to form cooperatives, sharing information about fishing areas, optimizing operating costs, and ensuring that salmon products meet the highest quality standards. At the same time, salmon processing and distribution businesses are increasingly focusing on transparency in the supply chain, from catching, preserving, transporting to the final processing stage. This helps to increase the value of salmon products in the international market and ensure that salmon is legally harvested without harming the environment. In addition, the development of blockchain technology and traceability systems are also being applied in the salmon fishing industry. Consumers today are increasingly concerned about the origin of the food they use, especially seafood products. Thanks to traceability technology, each salmon can be tracked from the time it is caught, transported, processed until it is sold in supermarkets or restaurants. This not only helps increase transparency but also prevents illegal salmon fishing, contributing to the long-term protection of fishery resources. In terms of the market, the demand for salmon consumption is increasing, especially in Asian countries such as Japan, China and Korea, where salmon is the main ingredient in many dishes such as sushi, sashimi and salmon hot pot. The popularity of healthy diets is also driving the demand for salmon consumption in Europe and North America. Where salmon is considered a source of protein and healthy omega-3 fatty acids, this opens up great opportunities for the salmon fishing industry. But at the same time, it requires a balance between exploitation and conservation of wild salmon resources. In the future, the salmon fishing industry at sea will continue to develop towards modernization and sustainability. Artificial intelligence, AI, and drones can be used to monitor and locate salmon stocks more accurately, saving fishermen time and fuel. At the same time, environmentally friendly fishing methods, such as biodegradable nets or smart fishing systems, will increasingly be prioritized to minimize negative impacts on marine ecosystems. Overall, the marine salmon fishing industry is a constantly evolving and innovative sector, despite many challenges. Thanks to a combination of modern technology, effective management policies and increasing environmental awareness, the industry will continue to play an important role in the global economy, providing essential food and livelihoods for millions of fishermen around the world. Another important aspect of the salmon fishing industry is its impact on the marine environment and ecosystem. Although salmon are a highly productive species, overfishing can cause serious declines in wild salmon populations if not properly managed. This not only affects the ecological balance but also has a direct impact on salmon predators such as bears, sea eagles, whales and other marine animals. Furthermore, unsustainable fishing methods such as gill nets or bottom trawls can accidentally catch unwanted species, bycatch, reduce biodiversity and cause damage to coral reefs, seagrass beds and the ocean floor. To address this issue, many conservation initiatives and environmentally friendly fishing methods have been implemented. One of the most important solutions is to apply reasonable fishing quotas, which help maintain salmon numbers at sustainable levels without depleting wild populations too quickly. In addition, the use of improved fishing nets, which help reduce the rate of juvenile fish and unwanted species getting caught in the nets, also contributes to protecting marine ecosystems. In some countries such as Norway and Canada, the use of surveillance